The Ministry of Transport (MOT) in Malaysia is responsible for managing the country's transportation system, including land, air and sea. Its goal is to create an efficient, safe and effective transportation network to improve service and boost Malaysian competitiveness. The ministry is based in Putrajaya and as of December 3, 2024, it is led by Anthony Luke Silfo. E-hailing refers to vehicle with a seating capacity of 4 to 11 people, including the drivers that transport passengers for a fare arranged through a mobile app. The Ministry of Transport (MOT) in Malaysia is responsible for managing the country's transportation system, including land, air and sea. Its goal is to create an efficient, safe and effective transportation network.
Ministry of Transport Malaysia had developed some strategic plans to manage the issue of e-hailing in Malaysia. The first one is legalizing e-hailing in Malaysia. Before this, e-hailing is illegal in Malaysia and the Ministry of Transport Malaysia tabled the issue in the Parliament in 2017 and it had been legalized on July 2019. And also there are 44 e-hailing companies allowed to operate legally after the issues had been solved. The second one is driver license. Driver license are needed so e-hailing driver can be operate legally, which is they need public service vehicle, PSV, and electronic vehicle permit, which is EVP. And someone who want to take this must be 21st years old or not less than 21st years old, competent driving license, no criminal record and not blacklisted under Police, Road and Transport Department and Land Public Transport Agency. The third one is vehicle standards and requirement, which is they need or the companies need to have 3-star rating under Asian NCAP, which is New Car Assessment Program, and for the Southeast Asian. And also they need 4 to 11 seat capacity for every car. And the car must be 3 years and above and must not exceed 10 years. The fourth one, fair regulation and price transparency. The Ministry of Transport, MOT, have put guidelines pricing structures. And we can pay based on the e-hailing, or the passengers can pay based on the e-hailing or the price that's been stated in e-hailing apps. So we can prevent complaints and maintain affordability of passengers. The fifth one is insurance requirements. Every companies need to have insurance that cover drivers, passengers and third parties, so they can make sure both drivers and passengers feel safe when using e-hailing services. The last one is operational area. Every drivers or e-hailing companies need to operate at designated area that been approved by Land Public Transport Agency (APAD), and they are not allowed to pick passengers on the street hailing or taxi stop, so we can prevent accidents or misunderstanding.
Next is organizing. Organizing address e-hailing issue using a qualitative approach through a comprehensive document analysis and a systematic literature review in the e-hailing industry. Since 2016, the Malaysian government, through the Land Public Transport Agency (APAD) APAD, under the Ministry of Transport, has sought to regulate and manage illegal e-hailing activities. There are 4 ways of organizing that have been done. The first way is legalizing e-hailing in Malaysia. Government legalized e-hailing service through amendment to the Land Public Transport Act 2017, making the e-hailing legally recognized. Amendment Act 2017 has stated the definition of e-hailing, definition of intermediation business license, class and categories of commercial vehicles, and the restriction on unlicensed public service vehicle. This amendment established critical regulation for the legal recognition of e-hailing service. The second one is driver license. This is where TNC, which is transnational corporation, are required to apply for a license and intermediary business license before operating. So, by legalizing e-hailing service, this helps the governance address the labor regulation, consumer protection, also the property right. Not only that, legalization reduces the risk for both e-hailing drivers and the passengers who are vulnerable to victimization due to their interaction as strangers. The third one is insurance requirement. E-hailing insurance is provided by PIAM members, companies like Allianz, Berjaya Sompo, CUBB, Etika, Liberty Insurance, and Loanpack. According to APAD regulation, private e-hailing applies to cars that owned by private individual only. Also, the company registered vehicle must have a commercial vehicle policy and don't need an e-hailing extension under their taxi license. The regulatory issues that are related to e-hailing should be referred to APAD and the Road Transport Department, which is JPJ. The last one is operational area. In this case, LPP license holder, which is the people that have intermediation business license, must ensure drivers do not separate regularly except in designated location by SPAD. Driver also must pick up and drop off passengers at special location provided by airport terminals, adhering to airport operating conditions. And lastly, only drivers who drop off passengers at the airport are allowed to pick up the passengers at the airport.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So my name is Muhammad Razidania, and right now I'll be talking about decision making. So what is decision making? Decision making is the process of identifying problems, gathering informations, develop alternative solution, choose the best alternative, implement the alternative, and evaluate decision. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. So my name is Muhammad Razidania, and right now I'll be talking about decision making. So what is decision making? Decision making is the process of identifying problems, gathering informations, develop alternative solution, choose the best alternative. In general, we all know that there are two types of decision making. The first one is the program decision making. What is a program decision making? Program decision making is a frequent action taken by ministry to ensure the quality of e-hailing. So some example are workers inspection and vehicles inspection. So both of these inspection will occur once a month or once a week, depends on the decision made by their manager to make sure that the safety is always on the desired level. So next we have a non-program decision making. So non-program decision making is the action taken by ministry with unclear guideline. For example, legalizing the services of e-hailing company. With unclear guidelines, to legalize an e-hailing company is not easy, as it requires clear instruction in order to achieve success. There are three conditions of decision making. The first one is certainty. Certainty is an accurate or reliable decision making condition with a known outcome. For example, legalizing the services of e-hailing company. By legalizing the services of e-hailing company, citizens can know that e-hailing is one of the most safest commute transport nowadays. Next condition of decision making is risk. Risk referring to available alternative with an unknown outcome. For example, providing GPS in every vehicles. So, as you all know, providing GPS is a good alternative in ensure the customer safety, but the outcome maybe the GPS doesn't work, therefore risking the customer life. Lastly, uncertainty. Uncertainty is an incomplete information with an unknown outcomes. For example, safety concerns for both passenger and driver. So as you all know, to detect the detailed information about the passenger and driver is really hard. Therefore, the outcome for safety concern is unknown due to lack of detail for passenger and the driver.
Definition of controlling. Control involves ensuring that everything is carried out according to the established plan, issue instruction, and defined principle. The purpose of control is to identify error, correct them, and prevent them from recurring. New regulation for e-hailing driver Ministry of Transport. E-hailing driver partners are required to obtain a public service vehicle PSV license, possess an e-hailing vehicle permit EVP, undergo an inspection at Perspecum, display an e-hailing sticker, implementation date 12 October 2019. Detail about PSV and EVP. PSV license allow driving for passenger transport. EVP require permit RM10 fee digital format. Safety measure by e-hailing drivers like Grab. Grab enforce strict control on its driver partners through the first one is code of conduct, focus on safety and service. The second one is zero tolerance policy. Violation lead to suspension or termination. APAD pilot project, transport sharing concept. Objective: to offer user lower fare, to enhance affordability and accessibility for passengers. License and registration requirements. Hold a public service vehicle PSV license. To obtain a PSV license, applicants must Malaysian citizen, at least 21 years old, valid competent driving license CDL, have no criminal records, not be blacklisted by Royal Nation Police PDRM, Road Transport Department JPJ, Land Public Transport Agency APAD. Second one is apply for an electronic vehicle permit EVP, must apply for the permit through APAD. The third one is obtain driver's electronic card ERP, issued by APAD. Vehicle requirement: 3-star Asian NCAP rating or higher, seating 4 to 11 passengers. Vehicle age 3 years or older must undergo mandatory inspection. Vehicle age must not exceed 10 years. Display an e-hailing identification sticker on the vehicle. Other requirements driver. The first one is successfully complete the mandatory health screening. The second one is attend and pass the 6-hour training module. The third one is have insurance coverage for the vehicle, passengers, and third parties.
Strategic plan for the development of e-hailing in Malaysia. This plan would be help set clear rules for the industry and prevent recurring issues, encouraging growth. For Malaysia to succeed in e-hailing, collaboration is key to everyone, including the government and other stakeholders must work together to achieve these goals. Without support from all sides, success will be difficult to achieve.